Shabbat Shalom. Wonderful to see you and welcome Shabbat together. This is an opening song we've done a few times, probably familiar. Let's just try it once so we get it to the chorus together. The word is aneni, and then answer me. And of course, aneni means answer me, so very easy. And the melody goes, aneni, aneni, aneni. Try that. 3, 4. Aneni, aneni, aneni. Great. Then you go, answer me. Try that. Answer me. Good. From the beginning. 3, 4. Aneni, aneni, aneni. Answer me. Repeats. Aneni, aneni, aneni. Then answer me. Try that. Answer me. Easy. Yes, if you got a question, put it out there. See what comes back. 2, 3, 4. All together. Aneni. Aneni, aneni, aneni. Answer me. Aneni, aneni, aneni. Answer me. Aneni, aneni, aneni. Answer me. Aneni, aneni, aneni. Min hametzar karatia. Anani v'mechavya. Min hametzar karatia. Anani v'mechavya. Odecha ki ani tani v'tihi li shua. Odecha ki ani tani v'tihi li Aneni, aneni, aneni. Answer me. Aneni, aneni, aneni. Answer me. Aneni, aneni, aneni. Answer me. Aneni, aneni, aneni. I called out to you from a narrow place. Your answer came to me from a wide open space. My heart cried out for you wherever you are. Time, every voice. Aneni. Aneni, aneni, aneni. Answer me. Aneni, aneni, aneni. Answer me. Aneni, aneni, aneni. Answer me. Aneni, aneni, aneni. One more time now. Aneni, aneni, aneni. Answer me. Aneni, aneni, aneni. Answer me. Aneni, aneni, aneni. Oh, answer me. Aneni, aneni, aneni. Min hametzar.
As many of you perhaps are aware, I grew up in Miami, Florida. And having friends in Florida or family in Florida, there's a constant phone call when it's terrible weather here. What's it like up there? So how many of you did what I did today, call 2 or 3 friends or family members in Florida to tell them it was sunny and 55 in Michigan. Did you? Okay. Wasn't it a wonderful kind of thing? And I then said Shabbat Shalom, letting them know that by tomorrow it's going to be a blizzard or something like that. Who knows? We are joyous in this sanctuary tonight because we come together to be together as a family for Shabbat. And we turn now to page 12 in our prayer book for the candle blessing, inviting Judy Shewak to come forward to the bema at this time.
This is Israel's day of light and joy, a Sabbath of rest. As we kindle these Sabbath flames, may there be light and joy, happiness and holiness, serenity and peace in our homes and in our hearts. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kedishanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, eternal source of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot and commands us to kindle the lights of Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. We turn to page 34 and join together in Lecha Dodi. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad hishmianu, el hameyuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad, Shemo tiferet v'li tila. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nerchakim mekor, haberacha merosh mikedem nesucha. Sof v'maser b'machshava tchila, lecha dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Hidoreri kiva orech, kumi ori shidaberi. Kivod Adonai alayich nigla, lecha dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Boi v'shalom ateret bala, gam besimcha uve'tzola toch emunei am segula. Boi chala, lecha dodi likrat kala, pnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha בשבת נקבלה. La 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 la.
We read together on page 39. All week we serve our family, our community, our interests, our daily needs. The hectic flow never stops. On Shabbat, we are called to serve our spiritual selves so as to reconnect with the unified flow that never stops.
Page 42. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah. Amen. Ve'alma divrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei. V'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael. Bagala, bagala, uvizman kariv v'meru. Amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mevorach. Le'alam u'lalmei almaya. Yitbarach, Yitbarach, Vishtabach, Vitpa'ar, Vitromam, Vitnaseh, Vithadar, Vitalev, Vithalal, Shemei de Kudesha, Brichu, Leila min kol bechata v'shirata, Tush bechata v'nechemata, Damiran be'alma, v'meru. Amen. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach, HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. HaMevorach, HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
Together on page 45. Our kind deeds are used by God as seed for the planting of trees in the Garden of Eden. Thus, each of us, by our deeds, has the power to create our own paradise. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'ma'ariv ha'ravim. Blessed are you, O God, who makes the evening fall. Page 49. We are loved by an unending love. We are guided by the still, small voice within us. We are loved by an unending love. A ner tamid to be tended from generation to generation. And a gentle love. Giving meaning to our existence, structure to our lives. And of all the generations who have embraced their covenant.
Turn to page 56. If you're lost, you feel afraid, and you don't know what to say, then listen, listen to our God. Is there a question on your mind? Is the answer hard to find? Then listen, listen to our God. Listen with all your heart and soul, and with all your might. Write them and learn them and teach them well, every morning and night. Close your eyes and listen. Quiet yourself, there's nothing to say. Stop all the chatter that gets in the way and listen. Listen to our God. When the wind and the thunder finally disappear, there's still a voice that you will hear if you listen. Listen to our God. You can hear it from the top of the highest hill or from the valley below. It can come from the edge of the universe. It can come from within your soul. Close your eyes and listen. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod, Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Listen, listen to our God. Listen, listen to our God. As you're seated, we continue on 57. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha ubechol nafshecha ubechol meodecha. Ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom al levavecha veshinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'veitecha ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, הייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
Together at the bottom of 61. Standing at the waters of the Red Sea, at the Mason-Dixon line, at the walls of the Warsaw Ghetto, the Berlin Wall, the wall that separates men from women, the privileged from the persecuted, perpetrator from victim, the master from the slave. We cry out, as did our ancestors in ancient days, "Let my people go, let all God's people be free," so that we may dance and sing together once again at the shores of the Red Sea.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar ba'kodesh, no children crossed the sea, they sang to you with songs of joy. Who is like you, Adonai? Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh. Nora tehilot, osef ele. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh. V'nehemar ki fada Adonai et Yaakov, u'ge'alo miyad chazak mimenu. Baruch ata Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael.
Please join me in a prayer for peace in the middle of page 64. Cause us, our Creator, to lie down in peace, and raise us up, O sovereign God, to renewed life and peace. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Guide us with your good counsel, and be our shield of mercy and of peace. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom aleinu, ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim. Blessed are you, Adonai, whose shelter of peace is spread over us, over all your people Israel, and over Jerusalem.
V'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. V'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Beini uvein bnei Yisrael, oti leolam, v'shamru bnei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz, v'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Vayom hashvi'i Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash, v'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, lasot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Lai la lai, lai la 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 lai, lai 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 la lai la la lai, lai 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 la 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 lai, lai la 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 lai la la la. We rise on page 68. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi agi tehilatecha. Eternal God, open my lips that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, v'Elohei avotenu b'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, Elohei Rachel.
האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים, וקונה הכל, וזוכה חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר, מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
As you're seated, we pray silently.
שפתי מדבר ממה, ולים כללי נפשי תדום ונפשי כעפר לכל תהיה אלוהי, אלוהי נצור לשוני מרע ושפתי מדבר ממה, ולים כללי נפשי תדום ונפשי כעפר לכל תהיה אלוהי נצור לשוני מרע ושפתי מדבר ממה, ולים כללי נפשי תדום ונפשי כעפר לכל תהיה אלוהי פתח ליבי, מדבר ממה, ולים כללי נפשי תדום ונפשי כעפר לכל תהיה אלוהי נצור לשוני מרע ושפתי מדבר ממה, ולים כללי נפשי תדום ונפשי כעפר לכל תהיה אלוהי יהיו לרצוני Adonai, Tsuri V'Goali.
So many of you tonight have pulled me aside to say how special and truly sacred our experience at Beaumont Hospital was on Christmas Eve. The experience of shining a light to the residents, the patients in the PEDS unit, and actually there are lots of grown-ups who see it too from all the different units, and having them shine their lights back is truly a moving experience. And it just shows us that healing is a universal need, right? Prayer is a universal need. But for those of us who came as a Temple Israel group, we identified with our way of healing, and that was singing the Misha Berach together. And we filled the east entrance with song and with prayer, with meaning and with hope. And we do that every time we sing the Misha Berach. So we do that again tonight, keeping in mind those in our family, our friends, those that we love who are in need of healing, a healing of body or a healing of spirit, as we sing the Misha Berach together on page 72.
Those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of, and let us say, Amen.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. As many of you know, it was the custom of Rabbi Fromm of blessed memory on this Shabbat right before the new year to deliver a prediction sermon. And we have revived that custom and have been doing so for the past several decades at least. Of course, this is a very propitious Shabbat in order to do so because our Torah portion is entitled Shemot, which means names. And if you think about it, a prediction sermon is really all about identifying the names that we will be talking about in the year to come. And of course, the very first name that comes to all of our minds is Donald Trump. Now, I know that anything I say about our president will get me in hot water with someone here tonight. That will happen, but I realize that there is one adjective, one descriptor that I can use about our president with which no one can possibly disagree. Donald Trump is unpredictable, which is a problem for a prediction sermon. So you won't hear many predictions about our president from me this evening. I'm not going to talk about whether there'll be a wall or not, although there was a very funny meme that went around. It was the picture of our president praying at the Kotel, at the Western Wall, and asking the wall, "Who paid for you?" I'm certainly not going to go to the Russia probe, but I'm going to skirt all of that controversy by moving directly to a prediction that I know will come true. I know it because I have made the same prediction at the outset of every prediction sermon I have ever given to this congregation for the past 30 years, and it has always come true. The prediction is this, that in 2019, 2020, the Detroit Lions will not win the Super Bowl. And I can make that prediction with a fair amount of confidence because the last time they won a championship was just before I was born, 62 years ago in 1957. And many people put the blame for this on the ownership. After all, the Ford family has owned the team for many, many of those decades, but I don't want to do that. First of all, because Billy Ford is a friend of mine. We were classmates at Princeton. And he's a very smart and lovely person. Well, he did hire Matt Millen, so maybe not smart, but lovely. And also because I'm a real supporter of all of the domestic automakers here in Detroit. So I'm rejecting that answer. I found a different culprit. I believe that no team of any kind will ever win a championship wearing Honolulu blue. Unless it's a hula competition, in which case it's possible, but it's the uniforms. Until they change those horrible uniforms, we're not winning anything. That's Yedwab's rule. So the Lions, unfortunately, will not win the Super Bowl this year, clearly this year or next in 2019-20. But let me turn to a subject that I know absolutely nothing about, movies. I am going to predict for you because, let's face it, the Academy Awards are just around the corner. I'm going to predict who will win Best Actor in 2019. And the winner is, open the envelope, Rami Malek for his role as Freddie Mercury of Queen in Bohemian Rhapsody. And there are two reasons I'm making that prediction. The first reason is, it's the only movie I saw all year. So I'm making the prediction out of ignorance, but that has never stopped me before. The second reason is that I believe that anyone who acts for a full 2 hours, a movie of 2 hours, it was a long movie, with false teeth, huge false teeth in his mouth, deserves some sort of award for something. I do have a runner-up, though. If he doesn't win, I think I know who will win. It's going to be Lin Miranda. And the reason for that is not because he was so wonderful in the movie. I never saw it. I have no idea about it. It's just that I think they might give it to him just because he created Hamilton. I mean, why not? The highlight for me of these sermons usually is the technology section. And this year, because really making predictions there is sort of fun. It's sort of almost science fiction. And this year I was really planning to talk about solar energy and electric vehicles and so on, partly because I've been driving for this past year a Chevy Bolt, which is a fully electric car. And I am a fan. Once you've driven an electric car, you will never go back to gasoline again. They are faster, more responsive, more fun to drive, less expensive. And by the way, every time I drive past a Costco now, I wave at those suckers who are standing online for 20 minutes in order to fill up with gas. Fabulous experience. So I wanted to talk about that. Also, if you may know that Elon Musk, he has not had a good year, but the Tesla shingle is coming out, which is a solar energy panel built into a shingle that you could shingle the roof of your house with. And I do think that that could be, and by the way, when Tesla says they're coming out with something, it could be 5 years, it could be 10 years, but it's supposed to be in 2019. And if that could be a game changer in terms of the way we power our homes. Just put your shingles on, they're guaranteed for life. The life of the home or infinity is what the advertisements say. And it really could make a difference in terms of the way we heat up. But unfortunately, I saw a news report which changed the direction of this evening's sermon quite dramatically, because I read about a man in China, a criminal. He had stolen 17,000 pounds of potatoes 2 years ago, And he was recently apprehended in a concert in a sports arena with 20,000 people, and they identified him using facial recognition technology. Think about that. He went to a concert with 20,000 people, and this technology scanned the entire crowd and picked out this one man, and they had police who arrested him at the door. That is society changing. Right? Now, you could argue it in a good way. You could say that, well, if you can't commit a crime in anonymity, maybe less people will commit crimes. On the other hand, to give you an idea of the family I came from, when I got my first car, my mother forbade me from getting a vanity license plate, right? A personalized license plate. And it wasn't because it cost an extra $15. It was because she told me that if I was ever in a movement of social resistance to the government, it would allow the police to identify me more readily. You see, I was raised to be a rebel. This is not just something I came up with on my own. But if you think about it, once they can identify you, whether you're carrying your cell phone or not, whether or not you have any electric implements on you, once they can identify you using your facial recognition, there is no privacy left in our society. It's even scarier that China is pushing this agenda technologically, because civil rights is not exactly the highest ideal. But I believe that in 2019 and beyond, this facial recognition technology has the potential for changing our society more than any technology that we have seen in the last 20 years. And not always in good ways. So that's on the downside. But now that I've gotten out of talking about politics, let me come back to it, because I can't give a prediction sermon and avoid politics completely. I was taken by an article in Forbes magazine, which was predicting who might be the first female president of the United States. And I went through the list, and some of them were sort of predictable. Elizabeth Warren was on there. Susan Collins was on there on the Republican side. Even Debbie Stabenow, our own Debbie Stabenow. I must admit, I had never thought of her in that light, but she was one of the 20. But my choice, the one that I predict, was nowhere to be found. So tonight, I am boldly predicting that the first, not in 2019 probably, but in the not too distant future, that the first female president of the United States will be, any guesses? Nikki Haley. Bing, 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 bing. Now, there are a few reasons for that. I have to be honest, probably a lot of it is because I love Israel, and she really defended Israel so staunchly as ambassador to the UN. So that may affect my prediction. However, there are other reasons. First of all, if you look back at recent history, being the governor of a small state is not a bad way to become president of the United States. The other thing is that in the last election, the Democrats chose a woman who they felt had the best resume. Secretary of State, check it off. Senate experience, legislative experience, check it off. What happened in the election is all of those things were used against her, right? By being a governor, you don't have to vote every single issue up or down, right? You don't create that kind of and as in the UN, you're basically working for the President of the United States. So it's not quite as a controversial you get the experience of international exposure, but not the controversy. So Nikki Haley, first female president of the United States, you heard it here first. I also do have to talk a little bit about Israeli politics, because although our president is unpredictable, the situation in Israel, I think, is much more predictable. As you know, Benjamin Netanyahu and his party dissolved the Knesset, and there will be early elections in April. And my not very bold prediction is that in May, Benjamin Netanyahu will be the prime minister of Israel. And there's really one reason for that. Tzipi Livni, who is a member of the Knesset and part of the opposition, said in a recent article that Bibi is actually quite vulnerable right now. He's up against 4 indictments, I think, that are pending for corruption. She said that we can win if we all band together, come together, leave our egos at the door, and cooperate with one another. We can win. The very next day, Benny Gantz, who is also a leading opposition figure, announced that he was starting his own party, the Israel Resilience Party, and not letting Tzipi Livni in. So yes, Bibi is defeatable by the opposition if they put their egos at the door and if they cooperate with one another, and that will happen the day after the Messiah comes. So Bibi is going to be the prime minister in May. And finally, I did want to talk a little bit about Temple Israel. So I predict amazing things for our congregation in the year to come. We have so many strengths. A clergy that love working with one another and with our lay leaders. Our volunteerism is up. People who love coming to service and praying. It's really, we have so much to build upon, but we're going to build in a more literal way. Right now, you may not have heard this yet, we are about halfway to fundraising for the renewal of the entire other part of the building. A new prayer space for all of you that come every week. A beautiful security entrance, a place for people to gather, we call it the Heart, a play space for our kids, really new classrooms. It's really going to be spectacular. And I believe that when we get this accomplished, and we will in 2019 with all of your help, I believe that this will be the most welcoming, the most exciting, the most resonant with our ideals space of any congregation in the Midwest. So for Temple Israel in 2019, I predict that we are going to have a very, very good and exciting year. Kunahara, Shabbat Shalom, have a happy, healthy 2019.
A bissel Sonn, a bissel Regen, a ruhig Gott, im Kopf zu legen, a wie gesund, kann man glücklich sein. A Schuch, a Sock, a Kleid und Lattes in Keschene, a 3-4 Lottes, a wie gesund, kann man glücklich sein. Die Luft ist frei, für jeden gleich. Die Sonne, sie scheint für jeden einen Morgen oder reich. A bissel Freude, a bissel Lachen, einmal mit Freund, a Schnäpsel machen, a bi gesund, kann man glücklich sein. A little sun, a little rain, a nice place to lay your head. If you're healthy, you can be happy. A shoe, a sock, a dress with no patches, a few bucks in your pocket. Whatever Rabbi Yedwab predicts, if you're healthy, you can be happy. Die Luft ist frei, für jeden gleich. Die Sonne, sie scheint für jeden einen Morgen oder reich. A bissel Freude, a bissel Lachen, einmal mit Freund, a Schnäpsel machen, a wie gesund, kann man glücklich sein. Einer sucht der Schieres, einer sucht Gewirres, einer meint die ganze Welt. Einer meint das ganze Glück, hängt noch ab in Geld. Wir sollen alle suchen, sollen alle kriechen, nur ich tracht bei mir. Ich darf das auf Kapores, weil das Glück steht bei mein Tier. A bissel Sonn, a bissel Regen, a ruhig Gott, dem Kopf zu legen, a bi gesund, kann man glücklich sein. A Schuch, a Sock, a kleid on lattes in Keschene, a 3-4 lattes, a bie gesund, ken men glücklich sein. Die Luft ist frei, für jeden gleich, die Sonne sie scheint für jeden ein, im Oben oder reich. A bissel Sonne, a bissel Regen, a ruhig Gott im Kopf zu legen, a bie gesund, a bie gesund, a bie gesund, kann man glücklich sein.
It's my pleasure to call now a member of our executive committee, Andy Bachnick, to deliver our congregational announcements.
Shabbat Shalom. Enjoy a delicious Shabbat dinner in your home Friday, January 4th, and let us do the cooking for you. Shabbat in a Box returns next month with a new dessert, as well as gluten-free and vegan options too. Orders are due by this Wednesday, January 2nd. Sisterhood's annual New Year's Bingo Bash is on Thursday, January 10th. Doors are to open at 6 p.m. with an optional light dinner, and there's an early bird game at 6:45. The fun event is open to everyone, but you must be 18 years or older to play. Join us for dinner and a movie. Our film series runs every other Thursday night from January 17th through mid-March. The group showing starts at 5 p.m., followed by dinner and a facilitated discussion. Films include Yentl, The Jazz Singer, Funny Girl, Torch Song Trilogy, and Cabaret. You can RSVP for the whole series or individual evenings. For further information on any of these programs, check the information table as you leave, see the website's calendar, or call the temple office during regular business hours. Please join us after services for Oneg and Shabbat greetings. On behalf of the officers and members of the Board of Trustees, please let me wish each of you Shabbat Shalom.
Now, as we turn to page 189 in our service, we do have a couple kids with us tonight, so if you are here and you like candy and you want to join us on the bima, please do as we rise.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הרצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Please be seated. We do take time in our service to remember those who we have loved and lost. We begin with those who have died in the past 30 days, the period of Shloshim. Michael Altman, Helena Bartholomew, Ada Bleiberg, Marilyn Blinder, Barbara Bornstein, Shirley Cohen, Joyce Daniloff, Morton Feldman, Diane Grant, Stanley Groner, Stanley Hirsch, Peter David Hymas, Peter Jacobs, Malcolm Johnson, Howard Katzman, Dr. Albert Corby, Dave Kresh, Colin Kroll, Nadezhda Krupitskaya, Lev Cooperstein, Bob Lask, Frederick Marblestone, Amos Oz, Rita Portney, Brenda Rose, Leonard Ross, Robert Shore, Melvin Shaw, Paula Siegel, Leah Scorin, Bessie Stone, Lillian Dean Title, Alan Victor, and Sylvian Woolman. I know that these names are all familiar to us. If Amos Oz is one that is not familiar to you, he was a literary giant in the land of Israel who once commented that the Hebrew language was his musical instrument when he passed away. We also recall the names of those who have died at this time in years past: Lois N. Standig, Eva Kamenker, Pearl Ferenz, Rita Fishman, Marta Fleischer, Jeanette Gatsworth, Ella Gasund, William Greenbaum, Morris Maish Hertzbach, Lily Margolis, Diane Dee Perlman, Ruth Rader, Linda Tucker Roberts, Philip Ross, Robert Tuttleman, Jack Victor, Avis Hillary Wolf, Melissa Lumberg Zagon, Susan T. Rosen, Alexander Rickling, Jenny Levinson Perla, Anna Sarah Levinson, Louis Kleiman, Harry Goodman, Carl Siegel, Sid Cohen, Harvey Rubin, Gladys Mallon, Rosalie Lipson, Barry Rankin, Lucille Gordon, Micken Lichtig, Louis Lichtig, Philip Goldberg, Philip Frank Gutenberg, Nomi Lyon, Gloria Marcus Olson, Jerome Kordowitz, Daryl Kraken, Milton Fishman, Ida Babcock, Ernie Adler, Bernard Tucker, Robert Harris Weisberg, William Godin, Albert Sandebray, and Louis Sandebray. Remember all of them with love and honor them with words of Kaddish on page 199. Yitzkadal v'yitzkadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'b'yomechon u'b'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agalau v'zman kari v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevorach le'olam le'olmei olmaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitroman v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yit'aleh v'yit'halal shemei dekudesha brichu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. We pray that the source of peace sends peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved among us. Amen.
We conclude our service on page 1 with Am Yisrael Chai. Sorry, my fault. It happens. That should have been your New Year's resolution, prediction, right? D, E, thank you. 3, 4. Amen, 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 Yisrael Chai, 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 oh, Davinu Chai, oh, Davinu Chai, oh, Davinu Chai, oh,
Shabbat Shalom.